At the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit in China's Tianjin, India once again took center stage in the global fight against terrorism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi used his address to remind the world that terror is not confined to any one country, but is a shared challenge to humanity. And with Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in attendance, Modi's remarks carried an unmistakable message for Islamabad that its double standards and continued support for extremist groups can no longer be ignored.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the plenary session of the 25th SCO summit in Tianjin, China, under the chairmanship of President Xi Jinping. Speaking before world leaders including Pakistan's Shehbaz Sharif, Modi called for a united global response to terrorism. He underlined that security, peace and stability are essential for development, but remain under constant threat from terrorism, separatism and extremism. India, he stressed, has long warned the world about these dangers and continues to lead joint counter-terror initiatives within the SCO framework.
मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि सुरक्षा, शांति और स्थिरता किसी भी देश के विकास का आधार है, किंतु इस मार्ग में आतंकवाद, अलगाववाद और अतिवाद बड़ी चुनौतियां हैं। आतंकवाद सिर्फ किसी देश की सुरक्षा ही नहीं, बल्कि पूरी मानवता के लिए एक साझा चुनौती है। कोई देश, कोई समाज, कोई नागरिक अपने आप को इससे सुरक्षित नहीं समझ सकता।
Citing the recent terror strikes in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam, Modi reminded leaders that India has borne the scars of cross-border terrorism for more than 4 decades. The Pahalgam terror attack that killed 26 people, including a Nepali national, was claimed by a proxy of the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba. In response, India blamed Pakistan for sponsoring terrorism and suspended the Indus Waters Treaty, citing a breach of the treaty's goodwill clause. The Prime Minister made it very clear, this was not only an attack on India, but an open challenge to every nation that believes in humanity. On May 7, 2025, just 15 days after the terror strike in Pahalgam, the Indian Armed Forces executed a highly coordinated and surgical offensive, Operation Sindoor. Multiple terror launchpads, training camps and logistical hubs in Pakistan-occupied territory were destroyed. Targets included key facilities of Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, responsible for carrying out some of the deadliest attacks on Indian soil over the last 2 decades.
पहलगाम में टेररिज्म का बहुत ही घिनौना रूप देखा। इस दुख की घड़ी में जो मित्र देश हमारे साथ खड़े रहे, मैं उनका आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। यह हमला केवल भारत की अंतरात्मा पर ही आघात नहीं था, यह मानवता में विश्वास रखने वाले हर देश, हर व्यक्ति को खुली चुनौती थी। ऐसे में प्रश्न उठना स्वाभाविक है, क्या कुछ देशों द्वारा आतंकवाद का खुलेआम समर्थन हमें स्वीकार्य हो सकता है? एक्सेलेंसी, हमें स्पष्ट रूप से और एक स्वर में कहना होगा कि आतंकवाद पर कोई भी डबल स्टैंडर्ड स्वीकार्य नहीं होंगे।
India has consistently taken the lead against terrorism within the SCO. Under the regional anti-terrorist structure, New Delhi spearheaded a joint information campaign against Al-Qaeda and its affiliates, raised its voice against terror financing and pushed for stronger coordination to combat radicalization.
This is absolutely a successful diplomatic mission by the Indian Prime Minister, and I said it from day one, that this outcome will be in India's favor. And that is what I've been saying, that India concern of the cross-border terrorism and India being a victim of terrorism have been addressed. And the Prime Minister put his foot on the ground and convinced the Chinese who was hosting this summit of the organization, and also convinced many of the world leaders on a bilateral meeting that this is a very important, that Indian sentiments and the victim of this terrorist attack should be at least condoled by the rest of the world. And I think that was the message very clear.
Outlining India's vision for the organization, Modi emphasized three key pillars: security, connectivity and opportunity, presenting India as a responsible, constructive and forward-looking member of the grouping.
भारत का हमेशा से मत रहा है कि मजबूत कनेक्टिविटी से केवल व्यापार ही नहीं बल्कि विश्वास और विकास के द्वार भी खुलते हैं। इसी सोच के साथ हम चाबहार को और इंटरनेशनल नॉर्थ साउथ ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉरिडोर जैसे इनिशिएटिव पर काम कर रहे हैं।
Beyond terrorism, Modi also highlighted India's constructive vision for the SCO. Calling the organization a guiding light for multilateralism and an inclusive world order, he underlined the growing relevance of the bloc, which has expanded from 6 Eurasian members to 10 permanent states and 16 dialogue and observer partners. This year's summit, Modi stressed, demonstrated how SCO nations have come together to condemn terrorism and back collective security efforts. By putting forward the SCO pillars, security, connectivity and opportunity, Modi projected India not only as a frontline state against terror, but also a nation driving cooperation, connectivity and development across Eurasia and beyond.